finally finishes cycling. Cryptic messages flicker across the screen, signaling the end of his training. Disbelief washes over Hansu as he stares at the screen in shock. Frustration boils over when his native language suddenly replaces the expected English. He grit his teeth, feeling his hard-earned translation work become entirely obsolete. Blinding blue energy erupts from the monitor, consuming his entire small room. Agony tears through Hansu as the virtual light pulls him toward oblivion. Panic registers in his eyes while the reality of his world dissolves. The system initiates the final transfer as Hansu Lee vanishes from his home forever. The chief commands the ritual, his arms raised high before the silent tribe. A sea of warriors watches him, their faces masked by the flickering light. Dancing flames replace the sterile glow of technology in this harsh, primitive world. Bjorn Yandel observes the terrifyingly muscular figures surrounding him in the dark woods. The bearded leader bellows, his voice shaking the very air with primal authority. Hansu Lee stands isolated, his mind grappling with the impossibility of his situation. Cold sweat beads on his forehead as he calculates his next desperate move. He inspects his own body, noting the strange, powerful physique he now inhabits. His massive, calloused fingers flex, responding perfectly to his every mental command. Bjorn stands tall, a stranger in a land defined by ancient, lethal traditions. Disbelief wars with instinct as he processes the chief's brutal, echoing demands. He watches Karak Fanon, realizing the deadly game has finally begun in earnest. Karak Fanon stands before the bearded barbarian to claim his lethal initiation weapon. Calloused fingers tighten around the cold steel, grounding him in this brutal reality. Karak hoists the heavy battle axe, officially marking his transition into a hardened tribal warrior. The chief bellows a command, signaling Einar Fenelon to approach the blood-stained altar next. Bjorn Yandel freezes, a chilling sense of déjà vu washing over his entire consciousness. Other recruits claim their armaments, their choices mirroring the tactical patterns of a game. He watches the chief recite ceremonial blessings that feel scripted from a digital screen. A blinding, ethereal light erupts, illuminating the sprawling city of Rafdonia in his mind. Bjorn gasps as the terrifying truth of his existence finally clicks into sharp focus. The name of the world flashes before his eyes like a cursed, glowing memory. He recognizes the familiar character selection interface from his past life as Hansu Lee. Hansu stares into the void, realizing he is trapped inside his own favorite game. He recalls his final, desperate steps into the boss's lethal lair. Sudden, frantic shouts shatter his concentration and pull him back. Bjorn Yandel stands trembling alongside a terrified, nameless fellow barbarian. Panic surges through him as he questions this nightmarish new reality. He studies the other man, noticing a strange, unnatural behavior. Bjorn realizes he might not be the only player trapped here. The chief